So Donald Trump signed an executive order ending the racist and discriminatory hiring quotas within the federal government. Now, anybody who's in support of equality and against discrimination based on race or gender would be in support of this. But we know The View loves some racism and perpetual victimhood, so they freak out over the fact that America is back to being a merit-based country. As always, like the video and subscribe to the channel, but where I have to start this one is with racist Queen Sunny Hostin, the descendant of slave owners, freaking out that the federal government will no longer be hiring people based on their race and gender. Watch.
I think this is a really important issue, especially because when we're talking about DEI, we're not talking about a DEI office. We're talking about equal opportunity and inclusion across all offices for all people so that it is more reflective of what America looks like.
I always have to stop her mid-rant because she is so brain dead. Not only is the goal of hiring to reflect the way America looks idiotic and antithetical to meritocracy, but Sunny herself doesn't even believe that statement. I don't hear her advocating for the government to force women to go participate in offshore drilling, so it's more reflective of the way America looks. I don't see her calling for the government to mandate that the NFL, which is 53% black, or the NBA, which is 70% black, to hire more white people, to hire more Indians, to hire more Asians, to reflect how America looks.
This will specifically harm women, right? And it will specifically harm African Americans and Latinos. So we're not just talking about black jobs.
How about Asians?
It will affect Asians as well. And so I think this is really counter to his campaign promises to protect black jobs, because in the federal government, overwhelmingly, black professionals work there. We're talking about over 16%, more than the black population. And so I think what we're facing here is sort of a second nadir, because Woodrow Wilson, back in the day, did the same thing. He resegregated the federal government, leading to a plunge in income for not only black workers, but also for women. And so what we're seeing is an attack, not on necessarily DEI or wokeness, we're seeing an attack on the very fabric of our company, which is opportunity for all, including women.
Her saying this is going to harm black people, Hispanics, and women is just blatant bigotry. She's saying that these groups require government intervention to prioritize hiring them based on immutable characteristics, nothing to do with the qualifications of the job, because they aren't capable enough themselves. For someone who claims to hate white people and claim that all white people are racist, it's weird that you're saying they're the most capable group by implying that they don't need any government intervention at all. They can just do it on their own. And she also said something that contradicted her entire argument by saying that 16% of government workers are African American, while only 14% of the population is African American. So would she be in favor of 2% of those people getting fired because it doesn't accurately reflect the way America looks? Her whole philosophy requires way too much government control and interference. What businesses or industries are subject to or exempt from your whole reflecting America policy? Do offshore drilling rigs have to be 50% women now? Do daycare centers have to be 50% men? Does the NBA need to go from 70% black players to 14% black players? Who decides? Oh, right, Sunny Hostin does.